Hey YouTube, we're going to get another quick WeTalkTeeVee video review in here. Today I think we're going to talk about this mouse that my cats decided to add to our little assortment going on here. No, today I think I'll go ahead and start talking about a Decepticon for a change. We've talked a lot about Autobots. We of course had our review of Sunstreaker. We did Battle in Space Hot Rod. And we did reveal the Shield Wreck-Gar. Today we're going to talk about Generations. I'll leave Wreck-Gar over there. We're going to talk about Generation Soundwave. Who doesn't love Soundwave? You know, probably one of the most well-known figures out there outside of Optimus Prime, maybe Megatron and Bumblebee. Everyone always remembers the tape deck dude. In the films, he was kind of a satellite sort of thing that didn't really do too much other than rape a intelligent satellite. But he's a pretty cool character. You know, man of few words, usually lets Rumble and Frenzy do the talking for him. Laserbeak, Buzzsaw, Ratbat. Of course, Ratbat was always kind of a little bit more of a free agent. So here we are, kind of the Generations version, of course, is based on the War for Cybertron game. If you don't have that game, pick it up. It's a good time. If you love Transformers, you'll love that game. You'll overlook a lot of its flaws. It's a very good story, and it really kind of makes up, I think, for a lot of the poor gameplay and poor storytelling in some of the movie games. So anyways, let's go ahead and get this guy transformed. It's a pretty neat transformation. It's a pretty good, you know, it's a pretty great figure in terms of looking just like his game version. I just lost my train of thought. It's kind of laid out here. But you should definitely check that out. Let's go ahead and get this guy taken care of before I lose track of things again. So we've got these fun, like, little flippy parts. He's got these teeth. He rolls real good. I've got kind of a bad camera angle. So overall, very nice. We're going to just go right ahead and just hop right in. We're going to go ahead and separate out these parts that are going to become his legs. They're just going to flip right on down, just like that. And they're just going to pop nicely into place there. On the front here, we can see where that's going to form his shins. We're going to take the feet. We're actually going to flip them around. There we go. And what you'll see here is that they've got a little clip. And what that should do is that should pop right into a little spot right there for us. And we're just going to move that right up front until it pops right in. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. There we go. Perfect. And we're going to take his arms, and they're actually tucked under right now. We're going to pop that right back like that. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to go ahead and reveal the head by popping the shoulders out and down. We're just going to flip them out just like that. Now I'm going to put mine back a little bit so we can get to his wheels here in just 1 second. There we go. Just like that. Now the wheels, here, I'll get this out of the way for us. The wheels, they've got a hinge back here. We're just going to pop those right back. And it's actually kind of a double hinge. So a hinge there, and also a hinge here. So we're just going to go pop, pop. There we go. And I like to flip mine like that just to get these nice and out of the way. So you get good range of movement with his arm there. And this little bit here that covers the head when he's in vehicle mode, we're just going to pop that back just like that. You know, gets it nice and out of the way for us. And here we'll just go ahead and flip that just a little bit there. There we go. And we're going to do the same thing that we did to the wheel on the other side to this side. There we go. Great. Awesome. And they're just going to hang out back there, minding their own business. You don't really catch them too much. And we're going to pop that just like that. We're going to rotate his wrists around. We're going to get the usual Transformers thumb thing going on out there to get his hands out. You know, very typical of Transformers going way back to G1. I'm sure other figures use it, but I'm used to seeing it on Transformers. That was, of course, the biggest thing there. Now, somewhat last but not least, we've got his waist here. We're going to put these little teeth doodles up here, and there we go. Should just snap right into place. We'll pop that back out so we can look at that one more time. It's all just going to pop right up in there, and there he goes. Perfect, perfect. Oh, revealing a little bit too much. All right, let's go ahead and set him. Where can we get him where the camera can see him real good? Let's make him lean in there. Well, it's probably not going to be a great angle for this time around because I have such a bad camera position. But this will let me show off the front of the tape deck, as it were, does open and shut, and that's actually what it's used for his weapon storage, which I thought was pretty cool. They fit a little snug, but they do their thing. And so, of course, we have his somewhat, at least to any Transformers fan, iconic like Gatling gun, sonic weapon thing that is always featured on his shoulder. So we're just going to pop that. There's a peg right up there, right next to his head, right on the shoulder. We're just going to pop that bad boy in there. Super tight on mine, anyway. So I hope everyone got lucky out there and has kind of the same thing. And we're just going to fold that on down. What was it? His Sonic Disruptor, whatever his little sound gun thing, is going to just slide right on there. Great homage to the G1 blaster he came with, and of course, also when he did the whole, I think he was part of Microchange. Or I don't know, I think it was just like Cassette Man or something like that when it was the original Japanese figure, which I think actually even was released in the 70s, and he was all multicolored and black and green and red and all this stuff, and before he took on his more iconic Transformers look when Hasbro bought out the toy line for that. So great figure, good playability. Oops, I'm sorry, I almost forgot. We're gonna flip these guys here. These form his wheels. They're actually on a swivel, which they just look so fine, just like that. But they're actually meant to pop down just like this. I'm sure some rabid Soundwave fan out there would start writing to me, complaining that I did it wrong. And I also forgot to clip in his heels. So I'm sorry about that too. So we'll pop that right up there. There we go. Now Rumble and Frenzy don't have to tear down my house with their disruptor things. Well, I just knocked over my camera. Again, that's resting on Blur's rifle because I don't know where my tripod is, and also my wife's sewing kit. So. Great figure. I'm looking to get a hold of the Ravage figure that came with Hound. I just to pose them together. Obviously, it's not going to fit in there, but it's a pretty cool match there. Definitely works well. It could be a little taller, maybe. I think that it's important that he has a little bit of height on him. I generally like to pose him looking maybe not so action-oriented as he is right here, but because I always think of Soundwave, fairly imposing, fairly intimidating, but not really a doer, more rules by intimidation, and what you don't say speaks volumes, as it were. He's got a little light piping on the head. We'll see if we can get a quick shot of that as usual. I don't think I have a good light to show it. But they kind of screwed up because there's a little bit too much paint on his visor, at least on my version. Maybe someone can write to me and tell me if they're having a similar issue with that. So let's see if I can get my camera to balance. We can talk a little bit about some of his other articulation. You guys can kind of see me pose him. But he bends at the elbow as well as moves both back and forth. Head cannot look up, but it can look side to side. Knees bend, lateral movement into the ankles, and of course they're on a swivel, so they'll move. He's got that usual Transformers little bit right there where you can twist at the legs. So great figure. Don't really love the car mode, but I get that, you know, you can't have them turning up into a cassette player. There is a fan transformation out there. I haven't really learned it yet to make them look a little bit like a cassette player or a boombox or some sort of sound station, sort of a Cybertronian listening post or what have you, which looks pretty cool. I usually keep mine displayed, of course, in robot mode. So I think that's all I really have to say about Soundwave. Big fan of the figure. I would definitely recommend picking him up, especially if you're looking to flesh out some Decepticons. Looks really cool. Great colors. Some great gimmicks there. Pick them on up, and as always, please subscribe. Feel free to leave comments, and thanks for watching another WeTalkTeeVee review late at night. Thanks.